Right, so we've just polished the side of the boat and we're off out into Chester before it gets too hot. Nice shot of Anthony's bum, sorry Anthony.
Hello and welcome to Narrowboat Life Unlocked. We're Paul and Anthony, and together with our dog Dexter, we explore the beautiful UK rivers and canals on our 57-foot narrowboat. Why not get the kettle on and jump on board?
Dexter was spoiled last night in the restaurant. They brought him some brisket. We nearly had it.
In a little tub, wasn't it?
He's quite chuffed, wasn't he?
Yeah.
We've just had a walk down here to the wharf to see what it looks like, because we've not seen it. Because we may come back to Chester.
Even though it was very hot, it was still early in the morning and we had to have a walk around Chester. The ancient city of Chester is really picturesque, with lots of shops, restaurants, bars, cafes, pubs, a museum, a theatre, a cathedral, a really relaxing place to walk around, and you can obviously book guided walks too. This is Chester Cathedral, built on the site of a 10th century church. It was here in 1742 that Handel gave his very first public performance of the Messiah. Chester is a really beautiful city and it's well worth a visit. This is the East Gate clock. It was installed in 1897 and it's the second most photographed clock in the country after Big Ben.
Come on, lads.
Right, I think we finished our tour of Chester. It's getting very warm. Dexter's very warm, so we're going to get on the boat, cool down, get a cold drink and then head off.
It was actually a really quiet night last night, wasn't it?
Yeah, very quiet. There were some local youths messing about by the pub. Yeah, that's how Andy put it. But about 11:15 they drifted off because it went very cold.
It did go cold, yeah.
But yeah, we had a lovely meal. It was nice to see Andy and Eric. We've had a wander around Chester, around the city walls. We love Chester, don't we? We've not been.
Yeah, we definitely recommend coming to Chester. It's absolutely beautiful. They do like a river cruise as well. So you can go on the River Dee.
Yeah,
isn't it?
Yeah.
You can walk around the walls. The city centre's like beautiful. It's like, well, it is a walled city, isn't it?
Yeah. Well, the city wall is 2.5 miles if you do the whole loop, isn't it?
Yeah.
I didn't realise it was that big.
Yeah, stunning.
But yeah, it's very hot. So we've not walked loads with Dexter. He was hiding under the dining table.
You can't be too far for too long, can you, Dexter?
So we're by the Lockkeeper pub. We're going to turn in this winding hole, go back up the 5 locks, probably fill with water on the way, do a bit of shopping on the way and get back to Beeston.
It's going to be about 5-6 hours, isn't it, cruising?
Yeah.
But we need to get back to Beeston because that's where Andy dropped our car off yesterday. Excuse me, because I'm back in work tomorrow.
Boo. Work. Yeah, it's a shame we can't stay a few days, but it is quite noisy. There's a lot of building work going on, isn't there?
Yeah. I'm not keen on city centres. I like visiting
for a day
and I like getting out and getting back in the country.
Yeah, it's just a shame. It was really hard work getting here, but yeah, we're not complaining. We enjoyed the lodge yesterday. It's the heat, isn't it?
Yeah, we're more concerned about Dexter, aren't we? It's like it's a bit too hot for him, so we want to just crack on and get back to where we are. Try and get a shady spot actually this time.
You're a shady spot, aren't you?
Not as shady as you. I've not been in court.
Oh, I've not. Anyway, with that said, let's move on. Yeah, so big thank you to the people of Chester. And we shall turn around and head off. See you soon.
See you soon.
And as you can see, this is chemistry lock. This has battered the boat about because it does seem to be leaking the ground paddle. Anyway, we've tied the rope to this bollard, centre line. Look at that, I've never seen the water coming out so quickly. That paddle is only up halfway. Luckily, we've tied the boat around the bollard again, using the centre line. We've arrived at Beeston Castle. There's only a couple of spaces where you can actually see the view of the castle through the hedges, and we've missed out on that, but we did get that the other day. Sorry, the boat's moving. That's Anthony tromping about on the boat. Anyway, we've just bumped into a couple that we've met a couple of days ago. So we're going to go over and have a drink with them outside their boat on the towpath. We've had our dinner, we've moored up. I'm sure somebody said from Beeston Castle to Chester is 5.5 hours. And I know we're filled with water. That took about 10-15 minutes, but we only got here at 8 o'clock and we set off about 1 o'clock, 1:30, so 7 hours. There's that long stretch of moored boats that goes on for nearly a mile, and it takes about 45-50 minutes, even longer, to get past those boats in Tickover. Right, I shall see you in a bit. We've had a lovely drink with our new friends, Stuart and Val. What a lovely couple. Really enjoyed ourselves tonight. We've moored up for the evening. How cosy does the boat look? Right, I'm off to bed. It's freezing. Well, we're here by the Shady Oak. What a lovely little bridge. And look who's here, Dexter and Anthony. Just discovered that the t-shirt Anthony got covered in grease and muck cleaning the roof yesterday was mine.
Yay!
Yay! You could buy me a new t-shirt now for ruining that one. Oh, well, it's a glorious morning. It's set to get very hot again today. Anthony's in work, so I'm heading up towards Bunbury, hoping to get past the staircase lock. First time doing the locks on my own, although our friends in front, we've got Stu and Val, who are going to help me do the lock, so big thanks to them. Beautiful day. We've just seen two boats coming down. We've just seen two boats coming down, so we're hoping, excuse shaking hands, I've just been doing my gym exercises. We've just seen two boats coming down, so hoping the locks are set in our favour, fingers crossed. Ah, what a lovely boat, and what a lovely couple. We've got Stu, first Stu or Stuart? Stuart. And up there's Val doing the locks, bless her. I've got myself ready now. I had to get my baseball cap because the sun's quite low. It's only, what is it, 10 o'clock? Yeah, it's not even 10 o'clock. It is boiling. I know we go on about the weather in this country, but it's a scorcher today. I'm hoping that once I get past the locks at Bunbury, the staircase locks, I can find some shade, as long as it's close enough for Anthony to get from the car to the boat tonight. Dexter's quite relaxed.
a big thank you again to Val for doing the locks. And Stuart for sharing.
Can't let your mind up really. Somebody stood at the side of the boat, isn't there? There's water coming out the lock.
Well, there was one boat going in to the iron lock and there's one waiting, so we've moored up in a lovely shady spot, and Dexter straight away has gone down there to the stream, bless him. Should we see where he is? There he is. Oh, well, can you believe it? We're magnet fishing at the side of the canal because I've just took my sunglasses off and look. Let me put this down. The arm's dropped off. Luckily I've got my baseball cap, so we're just fishing at the side where I took my sunglasses off. Could do with a metal detector really, couldn't we?
Yeah. I could have brought one as well.
Well, what's the chances of finding that tiny screw with a fishing magnet? Zero. And then I remembered that Anthony had ordered this kit with little screwdrivers and little screws just for glasses. Excellent buy, Anthony. Well done. Sunglasses fixed. Well, there's one boat in front of us that's just going up in the lock. Dave's just come down, so I'll move forward to the front of the queue. Well, that's the boats in the queue that have just come down iron lock. One's just gone in, they're going up. This lock does do this at the front as we're going into the lock, so they recommend only doing this one boat at a time. Stuart's just untying us. I'm going to go to the front of the queue, ready to go into the iron lock. You can't moor anywhere on that side, can you?
No, it's like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's just this little bit.
Yeah.
You can get on it.
Right. Yeah. Well, after the bump we had the other day, I'm holding on to the centre line as we're going up in the iron lock. You can see behind me, can't you, where it slopes inwards, that wall. Oh, that won't take too long. So Val's losing a rag because Stuart's not listening. She'll
That's
kill.
because I'm talking to you.
I know, yeah. We're chatting about roses, we're chatting about boats.
Nothing to do with locks.
No.
No, not at all.
We thought Val was going to have to jump on our boat, but she's going to jump back on her own boat.
Yeah.
She doesn't like micro celebrities. Wow, well somebody's got at some speed to knock that through there.
Yeah.
Miami.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Welcome, enjoy the rest of
You too.
We love your vlogs. Keep up the good work.
Thank you very much, that's really kind. Thank you. What's your name?
Andrew, I'm on sail the snail away.
Andrew?
See you got posted a few times on your flight.
Oh yeah, fab. Nice to see you, Andrew. See you now. They'd make a killing with an ice cream van, wouldn't they?
Yeah. Still fill that one, wouldn't it?
Yeah. Do they know you're waiting to go in? Yeah. They're waiting to go in.
Yeah, it's alright.
You alright?
Yeah, it's alright.
Ah, well, there was nobody coming down, but Val's gone to set this lock. It looks like it was partly empty. It must have been. Unless someone's just gone up. And we're out. Oh. That couple was saying be careful on the staircase lock. They were stuck in there for an hour. When I asked them why, 3 boats in one lock. Surely they mean in the staircase. Yeah, they've got to. Let's hope he's calmed down a bit when I get there. Ah, this is amazing. Hot, but amazing. I feel more like I'm in the Florida Keys, to be honest. Looks like there's 2 boats about to go up as well, unless just moving forward in the queue. Right. So we're at the Bunbury Staircase locks and the boats in there are attempting to do the Bunbury Shuffle, which at the moment is 2 boats up, 1 down. It's a maximum of 3 boats. Don't try and cross over because that's what the last boats did. And as one boat crossed diagonally rather than going straight in, they got stuck. The water levels dropped. Apparently they were stuck in there for an hour. So make sure you know what you're doing. So these are the 2 boats in the bottom lock, and on the top lock has a staircase of 2. There is 1 boat waiting to come down. So the plan is to level the water and let one of these boats move forward into position. Then they slide across and move the second boat into position. You'll see.
Yeah, so we're in space.
Well, here we go. The boat on the left of the screen, the red one, will move forward. The one next to them should move sideways. And then this boat in the lock next to me on your right can move forward.
Hold on to it.
And there you go. Fill the look. Job's a good one. I was so glad to have help, and I don't think I'd attempt a staircase lock on my own. Got the thumbs up. Now, slowly, I hope, no, she will. Going to open the panel. Yeah. Alright, aren't they got these two? Yeah, a big thank you to Stuart and Val. I couldn't have done this without them, and Anthony's in work. We were in a 48-hour mooring, so we had to move today. The problem is we need to be somewhere where Anthony can park the car. And I couldn't have done all these locks on my own, no way. Ooh. Well, I found what looks like the shadiest spot along this stretch. Oh, there's a gap just for us. There's a bit of a shelf, shrubby shelf. Wow, well, that was hard work, but a big thank you again to Stuart and Val. We've moored up in what looks like the only shady spot along this stretch. Our boat must have took off this morning because shady spots are like gold at this time of year. We're here all weekend. Anthony's working, so we needed to be in a spot that's close to the car, and there is a car park by the staircase lock at Bunbury. Shattered. I'm going to get a cold drink, make sure Dexter's got lots to drink, and get a bite to eat. See you later. As you can see, someone's happy in the shade. He's not for moving. Is that nice, lad? Is that nice? Nice name. Well, Anthony's just come back from his mum's where we've had some samples delivered. And these are the samples for the sofa. And so far, I really like this grey.
And actually, they were the ones that I sent off for individually.
Yeah.
This is a whole collection of like fabrics.
Ignore this blanket, by the way. This was a lovely gift from Louise, which needs to go on the bed, we think.
So Louise and Dave from Narrowboat Changing Pace.
Yeah, we'll show you. It's really nice. I can't believe you've done that. That's too black and white, I think. So's that. No.
They're too light.
No. Not keen. Not keen.
That's very
that
dark.
last one, maybe.
Oh, and that's too light.
Yeah.
That's definitely too dark.
Too green.
Yeah, I do like that though. I like the pattern in it. That's too green.
Yeah.
And then these are all like purples and...
Yeah. That one.
Isn't that the same colour as the outfit that that woman off Harry Potter had on?
It is.
Another one in the Ministry of Magic.
Yeah. One that like the cats.
Yeah.
Do you know
In
you've
fact, she
got,
had another one.
you got your socks on shoulder there, Anthony, on this video.
She had another one like that.
Yeah, she did.
After speaking to Liam and Lyra at Oakham's, who are building our new boat, we decided to be a bit bolder and went for some brighter colours, and we're so glad that we did.
Oh, Anthony, myself and Lyra, while Liam was out of the room, we have chosen this as the back, and we've got to compare it to the oak and the white.
Well, that's it for this week. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell icon for notifications. Keep your comments coming and have a great week.